Greetings everyone, this is First Centurion 753 and I have another episode of Democracy 3 POTUS campaign. Last episode I believe we got reelected and I wasn't really sure where to go after I got reelected because as president you only have 2 terms and you could adjust it in the game but I did not, so I really don't have to worry about getting re-elected again. I might have to worry about not being assassinated. There is a little threat from the Bantenberg group. It's minimal. This is a capitalist group. Minimal threat, no real big membership right now, so don't really have to worry about anybody coming after me yet. But I wanted to think a broader picture. What do I want to do with the next 4 years in this game, or the next 16 turns? And I think one goal that I have not achieved, I have over half the achievements, 53% of the achievements. One achievement that really seems difficult to get from the beginning is the popular leader achievement. Right here, it's kind of, you don't really see it all, it's kind of blurred, but looking online I found out that the popular leader achievement means that every group here has a 50% or higher approval rating of you. And you know, when I first started playing the game, I thought, wow, that's got to be impossible. But looking at my opinions right now, I actually discovered that most of the people actually are at least slightly happy, have a 50% approval rating of me. Slightly happy means they're over 50%, and they approve. The motorists, which I write there on the screen, they're over 50%, which means that I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people, 7 groups who are below 50%. A lot of these groups, especially these ones right here, they're like right on the edge. The youth group, the capitalist group, and the socialist group are right on the edge. So if I like push those 3 over, then there's only 4 groups, and the middle income is not too far off, and they're still being improved. Their opinion is being improved by the welfare fraud department, which I can still increase. I'm gonna wait till they have their full effect, and then I'm going to see how much I can increase it. So that could be like 4 groups, which means I only have 3 more groups to improve on. Everyone, which they're tough to appease. I guess I could kind of, they don't like the ministerial resignation. If I get rid of the internet crime, that's 6.4, and I could reduce the tobacco tax. Maybe even cut the carbon tax. I don't know. We'll see. Parents are going to be tough. Trade unionists, I have a couple ideas on what I can do to help them. And the parents are going to be the tough group, but they're up to where the trade unionists are. Annoyed. But if you look at the parents, it's these 2 problems over there on the left. Drug addiction and the asthma epidemic that are really throwing them off. Those are huge amount, 40%. If I can get rid of one, and this is 30%, if I can just get rid of one of these 2, which is going to be tough to do, but if I can get rid of one of these 2, this one almost had the stop trigger there, then I could have a shot at bringing the parents over. So I'm actually not too far off. So I'm going to first try to push these 3 groups over, and then I'm going to see what I can do with the rest of these. I'm going to see what happens with middle income. They might just go up. And then I want to check out these 3 groups down here. I do have to worry about the trade unionists because right off the bat, my foreign affairs administrator is losing her loyalty, and she's one of the ones who favors trade unionists. So I do have to do something for the trade unionists, and I also have to deal with this judge. The judge, looking at the judge here, one of our most senior and respected judges has died, and we now need to make a choice for his replacement amongst the nominated candidates. This individual will sit in our courts for a very long time, so we must make the right decision. As you know, based on the Constitution, the president I guess nominates judges, and then the Senate approves it. But in this game, it's just the president appointing judge. We have two options. Lawrence Hall has been a strong supporter of human rights, making many landmark rulings in favor of individual rights and liberties. Sounds like a liberal. He is also being strong. He is also seen as being strongly pro-consumer and not afraid to challenge large corporations. That would hurt the capitalists, and they're one of the groups that are below. So I don't think I'm going to appoint him. Instead, Doris Perez is a household name thanks to her many famous rulings concerning violent crimes. I wonder if that will have an effect on crime. Because I've always seen these appointees have an effect on groups, but not actually having an effect on an issue. She's often outspoken. Her often outspoken views on harsh sentences that she feels should be applied to thieves, muggers, and shoplifters. So who would that really upset? Would it upset liberals because of the harsh sentences? If she's a household name, maybe that'll appease the parents. I want to see what happens with this. That'll be interesting. Okay, I don't have a lot of political capital this turn. My political capital max is 40, and I get 24 per turn, so I'm going to try to save some of it right now. There are two things I want to do, though. I have to do something for the trade unionists, and these private prisons are... dragging the trade unions' opinion down 5.55%. It's also dragging the liberal opinion down. So if that judge does have a negative effect on the liberals, eliminating these prisons, canceling the policy, which only costs 3 political capital, should balance out the liberals and help the trade unions. And it shouldn't have too much of an effect on the capitalists, I don't think. We're going to see. With the capitalists, we're going to probably have to do a tax cut, which will upset the conservatives, but there are 2 ideas I have for conservatives, which we can explore after we see how they're affected by the capitalist tax cuts. Alright, so first we're going to cancel the private prisons. Here we go. That's canceled. And one other thing I wanted to do, I wanted to help that youth group. And you know what? This import tariffs, that would probably really help the trade unionists, but I'm not ready to do that yet. First, I want some public services, and I'm going to do youth club subsidies. Okay, free youth clubs ensure that teenagers have a place to go, which can help them stay out of trouble, which might reduce crime, and in the long run reduce the incidence of street crime. It can be resented by some wealthier taxpayers, which I don't have to worry about just yet. If I'm going to do a tax cut, that should help them out. And they see this as an unnecessary expense paid for with their taxes. So it's not a lot of money. It's only 9 political capital. It'll take 2 turns to implement. It's definitely going to help out the youth group and probably cut crime. And we're going to do a tax cut anyways, so we'll see. So this should all balance out. And maybe this will push that youth group over the 50% marker, which will leave us with only 6 groups under 50%. And actually, parents really like this. And so do the socialists. So this alone, it reduces crime too. If I maximize it, and I don't see it having a negative impact on anybody here, this might actually help a bunch of groups. It's only $5 billion. Let's see what happens with that. Alright, here we go. Next turn. Compiling misleading statistics, patronizing the electorate, and posturing on foreign policy. Oh, the foreign affairs minister resigned. That had to have a negative impact. Alright, looks like that Banton group is done. So we don't have to worry about being assassinated. The debt is going down. Surplus is up. Trade unionists way down because of that. When everyone is down too, because of the minister resigning. We got to get rid of that internet crime. Technology is really pumping into it. Got to try to get rid of that internet crime. Okay. So, let's see. The youth group. They are now slightly unhappy, but it hasn't had full effect yet. 5% more. That might turn them. Motorists are slightly unhappy, so that's not good. And the wealthy are slightly happy, so we're safe. So I think we have to bring that motorist group up. Socialists, they have a little bit more to go up. And the capitalist, not too much of a problem there. Okay, so it looks like we added another group that's below 50 with those motorists. That senior judge, what were we worried about there? Did that have any impact on the parents? No. The trade unionists went down a lot because they lost Heather Rodriguez. That hurt them by 10%. I'm going to need to appoint somebody before the next turn. Okay. Has to be a foreign affairs minister. So, let's see if there's anyone out there who wants to be foreign affairs who would appease one of our groups. The youths and the capitalists. That's not bad. Joyce Allen is definitely an option. I'm going to write her name down. I have to kind of keep track of these because there's so many of them. Joyce Allen is for the youth and the capitalist. I'm not too worried about the youth anymore, but the capitalists, that might be a nice win for them. Let's see, law and order right here. Robert Powell, conservatives and trade unionists. We know we could use some trade unionist support. But I have an idea with the trade unionists. Labor laws, if I improve them, it's really not, it doesn't really cost that much. And it will upset the capitalists, but putting Joyce Allen in the Foreign Affairs Policy Minister might be enough to appease them. What else we have? Socialists and trade unionists. Ooh, that would help out a lot. Not very loyal here, though. I want someone who's loyal. That's Doug Long. Not loyal enough, though. We have a couple other foreign policies down here. Conservative and farmers, don't have to worry about that. Motorists and the youth would be good, but not a lot of political capital and not very loyal. So I think this one's the best. She's loyal, we don't have to worry about her resigning for a while, and it will put these two groups probably over the 50% mark. Let's hire her. Okay. Hopefully that will boost those two groups over. The youth, we're slightly, yeah, look at that. And the capitalists. Both of them are slightly unhappy, but things might change next turn. Motorists. They were someone who, they were a group who were concerned. I don't know what I can do for the motorists right now. That's maxed out. And that's maxed out. Not sure about them. Alright, we have 37 political capital, which I think maybe I should try one of those ideas. And the big idea was labor laws. This is going to hurt productivity and capitalist opinion. but the socialists and the trade unionists will be up. This might put the socialists over the 50% mark. What if I did it all the way? Yikes. I don't think I can do that. We'll just do halfway. Okay. Big move for the trade unionists. Okay, let's see what happens. Avoiding real debates, patronizing the electorate, and buying votes. Good politician. Nobel Prize. Ooh, that will have a nice impact, I think. GDP is up. Patriotic opinions up. Liberal opinions up. That's nice. GDP is going to help. That's nice when something like that happens. Alright, Human Rights Society is still clamoring against us on the radio. We are at 88% of the electorate. How do you like that? And the budget is up. Budget surplus is up. Okay. Okay, groups went up. Opinions are now up. Even the trade unionists. Good. Alright, we're gonna probably get rid of this debt too. Okay. Let's see. The youth, they are mildly satisfied. The wealthy are slightly happy. The capitalists are slightly happy. The socialists are slightly happy. Motorists are slightly unhappy. So we're down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 groups. And that trade unionists, it's been a roller coaster ride for them. Okay. Okay, that's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. Middle income, the Welfare Fraud Department has taken them as far as they can go with that. Motorists are just below it. So I think welfare fraud should probably just be maxed out. Where are the poor people? The poor people are pretty happy. Slightly supportive. Yeah, we can hit them. If they're supporting us. Let's go for... where are they? Middle income. Income tax would be good if I can knock down income tax. Another one. Socialists will not like it. And it will cost us money. And this will also hurt the asthma. This will cause more people to fly and drive cars, and it'll hurt the asthma. Effect here, which is going up. More people having asthma. Narcotics. Internet crime. I can't really seem to bring anything down here. Homelessness. Yikes. Alright, we're gonna have to figure out how to deal with those problems on the next episode. For this episode, max these out. That's not gonna have too much of an impact on the poor, and we'll bring the middle income up. Apply those changes. If we can get rid of that homelessness, poverty. Unemployment. Wow, unemployment. Ah, the GDP. GDP has a negative impact on the unemployment. Or it causes more unemployment. I don't really understand that. Okay. Well, it's been about 20 minutes. Thank you again for watching. We are in, looks like the second half of the first year of the second term. We're getting close to getting rid of the debt. I've only got 5 groups that are below 50% on their approval rating of me. Gotta figure out something for the motorists. I got a couple things to figure out. Okay, thanks again for watching, and have a good night. I'll see you guys next time.